Hello, welcome everyone to our first Pirate Chain space on Why I'm a Pirate. Thank you so much for everyone for joining today. I think we're going to give people another 5 minutes to join if that's okay. So I don't know what happened to hold music, but please bear with us. This is our first Spaces talk, so I'm really excited for that. Thanks. Wonderful. Thanks everyone for joining today. This is our first Chain Space on Why I'm a Pirate, and I'm really excited for everyone to be here. I'm Amy Voluntary, and I'm a first mate with Pirate Chain, which is a private anonymous cryptocurrency. The symbol is R, ARRR, or R because we're pirates, and the official website is pirate.black. A little bit later today, we're going to go around the room and say why I'm a pirate. But just first to give you a little background on Pirate Chain. Um, it's a private anonymous cryptocurrency backed by really great technology in that both the sender addresses and the receiver addresses are shielded with something called zk-SNARKs. And just to say what a zk-SNARK is, it's a zero knowledge proof that allows you to prove something is true without revealing additional information. And in this world right now, I firmly believe that money should be private, and that as we go into this world, the more importance on privacy and security and our own private financial transactions is very important. I'd like to introduce our newest deckhand to the Pirate Chain team. That's Daniel. He's joined the Pirate Chain and has been helping a lot with different efforts, such as the support our vendors, ARRR, support our vendors for the holidays coming up. Daniel, I was wondering if you'd like to introduce yourself and share why you're a pirate and what you love about Pirate Chain.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, thanks.
All right, awesome. Sorry, let me step into the office in here. I was outside. But yeah, my name's Daniel. I'm to John's on Discord and other places, so a lot of you might know me by that. I've been a pirate since pretty near the beginning, around 2019, going to 2020 when I first discovered it, and I've been hanging around trying to help out since then. Why I'm a pirate? See, I've been into cryptocurrency for quite a long time. Uh, And I've been a passionate believer in it, not just trying to make money off it like a lot of people are. Of course, I'll take the money, but that's not the reason I'm in it. I really believe in the ethos of Bitcoin and, freedom to transact without permissions and a competition for the dollar, a way to escape the fiat system. And I've been more or less disappointed in the direction that cryptocurrency has gone. And I was really disillusioned by it around the time I discovered Pirate. And when I first came into the pirate chain community, I was interested in the technology of zk-SNARKs and how truly private it is. But what really drove me to stick around and put my efforts towards helping Pirate advance was the community I found there and their beliefs and their ethos. I found a lot of people with the same you know beliefs and goals that I had when it comes to cryptocurrency, is having a truly peer-to-peer money that we can transact with without permission and privately, and not so focused on other hype, just the hype that's around crypto in general and the false promises and the exaggerated, technologies and stuff like that. And the dependence on institutional investors and, developer taxes and just not decentralized forms of governance whatsoever that you find in most cryptocurrencies are really not very decentralized at all. So when I first came into Pirate and I heard the people talking and I heard the way they answered questions and a lot of the team members, I really found a home there with people that had the same beliefs that I do and that I really didn't find in any other community at that time. I mean, maybe Monero, a lot of the Monero people, are great and I love Monero, but when it came to Pirate, I just felt at home there. And what Pirate is to me, it's us that believe in freedom standing up and saying no for, not one more step. We're not taking one more inch back. We're tired of giving up our freedoms. We're tired of giving up our privacy to this dystopian system that's being pushed down on us. And this is, to me, Pirate is a group of us that are stepping up and saying, we're not taking anymore. We're doing this ourselves. We're going to build our own decentralized systems. We're going to have our own money. We're not going to allow you to control our money and use it to fight wars and enrich bankers. We are going to we're not we're not taking one more step back. Or the world we're living in is becoming dystopian as hell. They're surveilling us on absolutely every front, and we have a chance to stop them from doing it with our money. And I think we have an amazing opportunity here, not just as pirates, but as people as a whole, to really adopt cryptocurrencies and start using them to transact with and escape the fiat enslavement that's been pushed upon us and all the horrific consequences of that. And that's what I found in Pirate, and I'm hoping to find more people out there who are willing to say not one more inch. We're not giving up another speck of our privacy, that we're going to take a stand and we're going to take our financial freedom back. And that's what Pirate Chain is to me.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for starting us off on like why you're a pirate, why you believe in Pirate Chain so much. Just to give you all some background, Pirate Chain was launched in 2018, and it was the first cryptocurrency to implement a private by default use of zk-SNARK technology. And the zk-SNARK is a zero knowledge proof, and the SNARK stands for really succinct, non-interactive argument of knowledge, which is a fancy way of saying that it helps shield peer-to-peer transactions so that you have highly anonymous and private transactions, and that's important for all of us. And then so I'll go and tell my story of how I became a pirate and why I love Pirate Chain. I first heard about Pirate Chain back in 2021 when I first went to the Anarchapulco conference. And Pirate Chain had a booth there. And there's this guy named Lutz who is I think his handle is Legend of Lutz. And he is a legend. He was like, has a big personality and was telling everybody he could tell about Pirate Chain. And I was skeptical at first. I was like, okay, cool, I'll check it out. And just a little, yeah, let you know my background. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2017, 2018, back when I lived in San Francisco. And then we had a blockchain center there where we would read a lot of white papers. And we'd read the white papers. And then I was like, okay, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit. Became more of a proof of work proponent. And then accidentally became a Bitcoin maximalist by default, even though I don't like Bitcoin all that much. It was just more that I didn't believe in proof of stake. I believed in the value of like real money and peer to peer transactions through cryptocurrency. So then first heard about Pirate Chain. Learned a little about it. Started joining the Pirate Chain Discord calls. And then really tried to look into the technology. And really, what got me was like joining the community because here's a bunch of pirates who really believe in private sound money. So it was part of the Pirate Chain ethos, which we've talked about as a community as well. And I really liked that there was like a grassroots effort that was focused on cryptocurrency and private personal privacy. And most of us here at Pirate Chain, we are a decentralized group of volunteers. There was no like funding taken for Pirate. The history of it was it was a fork of Komodo, fork of Zcash, fork of Bitcoin. But really, the emphasis was that Pirate Chain was the first to implement zk-SNARK privacy proofing technology by default, and that's different than like a Zcash where you have to enable on the privacy. Or we heard that I think Zcash transactions, only 1% of people actually use privacy in Zcash transactions. So if you're on that chain, most is not private. And just the Pirate Chain ethos, where there's so many people who caring about the grassroots, and then trying to use Pirate R's payment, where we have a privacy ecosystem with a private armada, and that's armada.com. That's ARRRMADA.com, where there's a bunch of merchants who accept R for payment, as well as barter.com. That's BARRRTER.com. And that's the Pirate Chain marketplace to buy and sell goods using Pirate Chain. So that's my story. Oh, so then after the Anarchapulco conference, finding out about Pirate Chain, getting on the Discord, participating on the calls, and just seeing it's a rowdy group of pirates. It also makes it fun, and it's interesting that sometimes people think pirate and the memes and themes. I actually quite like the Pirate Chain theme, but it's also along there's lots of memes for pirates, but really for Pirate Chain, it really is using zk-SNARKs by default, using some of the most badass privacy technology out there for a privacy cryptocurrency. So then I started volunteering for Pirate Chain, and here I am. So yeah, would love to hear more about why you all are here today and why you're pirates, or what you love about Pirate Chain, or what was your introduction or interest in Pirate Chain. Would love to do that. So I don't know. It looks like we've got a request to speak. Let's see how that works. And I know there's a couple of you who we want to bring on stage too, volunteers. So so I think you raise your hand and we can bring you on stage. Thanks.
Hey Quest, how's it going?
Good, good. So I'm glad you guys are hosting this space on X. I'm glad to be part of this. Just real quickly about myself. I was a pirate first. I came on to learning about crypto in 2012. I was a Bitcoin person, and I was like, "Oh, this technology is cool. We're gonna be able to own our own money now." And so I bought Bitcoin about like $147, and I sold it at like 1,100. I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." And of course, yeah, in hindsight, that maybe I shouldn't have sold it. Maybe I should have held on to it. But for me, it really wasn't about the money. It was about the freedom of being able to own our own currency again and be able to interact with each other peer to peer directly. And as we've learned, Bitcoin's a transparent ledger. It wasn't portrayed that at the time, way back when, but we know now. And so I started exploring and learning about different privacy crypto. So when Monero first came out, I learned about that. The Bitcoin Civil War happened, and Bitcoin split into three pieces. And I was like, okay, what do I do with this Bitcoin now? Do I buy Bitcoin Cash, or I buy, this BTC, or whatever it was? And so I had to learn and educate myself, and I'm still learning and educating myself. But I'm a pirate first and foremost because I believe that we should own our own money and that we should be able to freely exchange with each other privately for exchanging of value privately within each other. And the pirate take community, in my experience, is very fun, they're very energetic, and very creative, and I support all of those aspects of it.
Hell yeah, thanks for your story, Quest. We're stoked to have you around. You spent a lot of time with the Darrow folks, so we're stoked that you're still a pirate with us here too. We love you guys.
Well, what we want to do is we want to have ambassadors. I want to be an ambassador for Pirate Chain to Darrow, Darrow to Pirate Chain to the Monero community. We all need each other because we can't just have one single point of failure. If something happens tomorrow and Monero is completely compromised and Monero has a serious flaw in their code, where are people going to go to find privacy? To be able to transact privately with each other. We need each other to be able to together and build these networks.
Exactly. Any of us that care about privacy whatsoever, we really need to band together because there's not enough of us. The majority of the population, as of right now, will still sacrifice privacy or freedom for convenience. And one day they're going to wake up to the mistakes they made, and it's really important that those of us that care about privacy are here building and offering them a place where they can find privacy and still use the digital products we all like so much. And we need to be here with open arms and technology they can use whenever everyone else wakes up. So it's important that the small groups of us that really care about this stuff stick together, not drive each other away. So I really love the ambassador idea, Quest.
Agreed.
Yeah,
All
awesome,
right.
Quest. Thank you so much for sharing. But yeah, anyone who wants to be a speaker, we can bring you up on stage as a speaker, and yeah, let us know. Give us, your insights into why you're a pirate. Thanks.
It looks like Luna's already been accepted as a speaker. You wanna you wanna pop in, Luna?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, you sound great.
Okay. So I was relatively new to crypto when Pirate came into my life, and it came into my life from my other half, who is Captain Teeps. Most of you guys know him, especially for all of his memes and artwork and cool videos that he makes. I am the creator of the page The Anarchist Beauties. You can find that on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Odyssey. When I came across Pirate, being so new to crypto, I was adopted by the community and they were ready to teach me anything and everything, which I appreciated and respected very much, because often in the crypto community, there's a lot of times where if you don't know anything, they're going to kind of snub you. So it was nice. The community is really what made it for me. And then the privacy aspect, of course, we, as you guys had mentioned, we live in a time where privacy is quickly becoming essential. I wanted to learn everything that I could, because to me, my most important thing is my children and creating a better future for them. Cryptocurrency is the future. And in that cryptocurrency, things like Bitcoin absolutely have a place, but privacy is quickly being lost. So that being said, I'm a teacher at a co-op now, and one of the things that I also help teach the kids is technology and the beginning stages of crypto. So hopefully I'm kind of opening the door for the next generation of these developers.
Luna, that's such a great idea, because that's one of the things that I'm working on with too. My background is in education, and so I want to start building courses for people as young as like 5 years old to get them understanding the basics of mathematics and logic, and then get them into learning about how they become developers and how they build their own apps.
Yeah, I think it's very important, because they're the future. I mean, we're all getting older, and everything's going to be left to them. We got to teach them these essentials. We got to teach them principles, and it's on us.
I agree. You're doing great work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we love you and Teebs, Luna. We're stoked to have both you guys around. And that's some cool stuff you're doing with education. It is important to teach these kids young to value their privacy and understand the technology they're using.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's the best thing that we can do is, especially educate the younger generation, because they're the future.
Hell yeah, that Teebs?
Yeah, that's him. He's right here with me.
Oh, nice. He's here too. Great. Yeah, we're so stoked. You guys are both really important to our community, so stoked to have you guys around.
Well, actually, Teebs, do you want to say why you're a pirate real quick?
Privacy matters.
Well, short and sweet.
And
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name Pirates does really describe our community, because we are a bunch of ruffians out there and just a bunch of passionate people that are standing up and saying no more. And so that's why I like the name Pirate. It really, you know what you're getting when you get into us, because that's exactly, we're not compromising, we're not bending for anybody, and we're here to stand up and say no. So I really like the name Pirate. All right. Anybody else want to? Oh, go ahead, Luna.
I was saying I do too, honestly. I know that there's a lot of people who are against the name pirate, but it's everything kind of has their thing, and pirate's pirate.
Yeah, exactly. It describes us perfectly, because you're not going to try to regulate a pirate, or like that we're not going to listen to whatever you guys are doing. We're not going to listen to you. We're going to follow our own path. We're not going to hurt anybody. We're not going to steal anybody's stuff, but we are going to live peacefully and free. And we're saying no. That's what we're about here at Pirate. Looks like we got another request down here. I can't read the full name, but Divine. Oh, where'd she go? Where'd they go? Sorry. There we go. Divine. Oh, Ardo. Okay. Oh, did you not want to speak, Ardo? I invited you again if you want to.
Yeah, I think we're having some technical difficulties, because I see the request for speaking being added, and I click the button, and then now it's working.
All right,
Yay!
all right, great. So yeah, it's Divine Love Arto. Yo, hello everyone.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Well, I just got home and I was driving really quickly to get to this meeting. So yeah, I also wanted to share on my part and to listen to other people here to get to know more of the people in this community. So yeah, I would like to say a few words as myself as well. So well, I'm in Estonia.
Nice.
And my actual name is Arto. And so I actually found Pirate Chain in 2021 during the altcoin rally and when Pirate Chain was going up. So from CoinGecko. And then I checked in. Well, of course, it was funny at first. I was like, what Pirate Chain? What is this? And then I checked out the website, the community, the Telegram, the interviews, the white paper, the technology and everything. And I realized really quickly that's one of the most needed things in this current world and in the blockchain space, so to speak. And so I really quickly realized that I'm in the right place, in the right community, because there are so many people who think alike here and think like very much like me. And I discovered Jeff Berwick, I discovered Larkin Rose, and now just recently found Mark Passio, listening to him. And so, yeah, I think this came to my way on the right time. And I feel like quite at home here in this Pirate Chain community, and I love it. And regarding privacy, of course, I actually started valuing it or like realizing more about the need for it since 2016, when I discovered Linux operating system. And then I realized, wait, this is much more safer, more private, more secure, so forth. And then I started thinking about, wait, why is like privacy so important, and why is it important for me? And I understood that not all the information about me or that I hold should be public. So this means that it's better if not everybody can get into my computer and to my data and my files and so forth, and because I realized it could do harm. So information itself, of course, is neutral in that sense, and all the tools like Pirate Chain, blockchain, and so forth are neutral, but it depends on the use case and like on what are the motivations behind doing something with it. So as far as I realize, Linux has been built for the people pretty much with love and with passion. And I sense the same in the Pirate Chain, the whole community and the project itself. So it really cares about people, and that is what I sense. And that's what I've been sensing since I became a member of the community. So yeah, happy to be here, enjoying.
That's great. Yeah, Linux is very important, and the work those guys have done. I mean, lots of different projects on working with Linux. Like the work they've done is absolutely essential, and I do think that using these tools together, using Pirate Chain, using Linux, using VPNs and mesh networks, and all these things combined, we have everything we need right in front of us to really control the majority of our data and to not use these dystopian systems that are pushed on us. But we got to learn about them. We got to learn how to use them.
Yeah.
But there definitely is a great relationship between pirates and Linux. We all love Linux around here, and everything in the FOSS ecosystem. People working on free open source software, like they're doing God's work. Most of them aren't making any money off of it. They just do it for the love of humanity and the love of their privacy, and they recognize how essential it is. So anybody out there, the pirate team that's all working for free, some of those guys are busting their butt, not getting anything out of it. And everybody that's creating the free and open source software that's gonna save our asses in the future is already saving our data, and we can't thank them enough, because someone like me I can't do what they do. I can't build these things, but I'm more than happy to support them and to bring attention to them, because this stuff's really important. And guys at Linux and our boys over here at Pirate Chain are really doing God's work.
Exactly, I agree.
All right, is there anybody else out there wants to tell their pirate story? What are you doing, Heiko? Are you busy? He might be driving or something. He's always on the road. But
I think
I guess while we
request. Let's see. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure all this technology out. Thank you for bearing with us.
No, you're fine.
Great conversation.
Yeah. Well, I'll just keep talking for a minute then while we get another speaker up. What's really different about Pirate Chain and a lot of other projects out there is that we've really built the fundamental. I say we, but the great developers we have over here and all the guys working hard have built the fundamentals. They built the foundation for us and the fundamentals of a peer-to-peer currency. Absolutely great. We have everything you need already. We have, a full node wallet that's completely private, light wallets that are a lot easier to use and still give you an incredible amount of privacy. We have atomic swaps where you can buy and sell Pirate Chain without trusting an institution or an exchange whatsoever, just peer-to-peer with another person. We have a hardware wallet, which isn't, an official hardware wallet or anything, but we have a great community member that has built a hardware wallet. And basically, we have everything you need to transact privately, and we need to get out there and use it, guys. But we got Heiko on deck now. How's it going, man?
Going great. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, sounds great.
Awesome. Oh gosh, yeah. I try to keep it short. My path pirate, I guess it would have probably started with my. I've always been suspicious of the current money system, going back a long way. I bought gold and silver the first time, I think, in the year 2000, when gold hit like a 40-year low at 250 an ounce, and. I think what really opened my eyes, or what really summarized it for me, was when I read the book "The Creature from Jekyll Island." I read that in 2003, I believe, and I was like, "Wow, this!" And I highly recommend that book to anyone that wants to understand how our current financial system works, because it's that guy just G. Edward Griffin. He explains that so well. But anyway, so I've always followed. Precious metals people and what they were talking about. I remember one guy I really used to like that has passed on was Bob Chapman, had a newsletter called The International Forecaster. And then in 2008, there were some people that brought out a currency called e-gold, which was, well, it was not peer-to-peer, which is what ultimately made that fail. And that's why I played around with e-gold. You could pay people with it, and it was really a great setup. The only big weakness was it was centralized, and naturally they got shut down. Then in 2011, I heard about this new thing called Bitcoin, and I looked into it, and I was like, wow, this is really the answer right here. This is the solution. This is what we need. And I immediately jumped into that and played around with that a little bit. And I guess over the years, I wasn't too happy with what Bitcoin eventually evolved into. Like, I think around 2016, 2017, when it became a little bit more mainstream, and the focus kind of shifted from an alternative payment method more to just something that people were just looking to buy to sell later for a lot of profit in US dollars. That is, in my opinion, that is not what Bitcoin was made for. People are treating it just like another stock or something like that. And then I found Zcash somewhere along the way, and like that concept. Unfortunately, bought quite a bit of Zcash. Just really embracing the zero knowledge proofs. They were the first to have zero knowledge proofs. Weakness there again, what they did wrong, they didn't make it by default. So what is it, like 99% of Zcash transactions are transparent because people don't turn on the, it's optional, to encrypt it. And and I think it was also around 2021. I also I met Lutz at the Pirate Chain booth at Acapulco, and I know that Dollar Vigilante also wrote about it a little before that, and I was like, yes, this is what we need. And I just jumped all in. And right now, that is my favorite crypto. I'm not going to call myself a maximalist. I also like Monero. I also like Dero. Of course, I'm still holding Bitcoin from way back. And but Pirate Chain definitely is my favorite. And it is more and more needed as we are, living in a more and more of a surveillance world. And I just see that getting worse going on. I mean, everything we do is tracked. It's so that's basically my background.
Yeah, Michael, you're an OG. Did you say you actually used eGold? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You actually used eGold back in the day?
yes, like I think it was like around 2005, 2006. I played with it quite a bit. I mean, I was like daily, just playing around with it. Of course, there were all these little investment scams popped up that I'm starting to see again now. Back then, people called them high yield investment programs, which are Ponzi schemes, and that unfortunately was one of the big use cases for eGold. And but also there were also people were also paying each other for other services with it. And at one time, it really looked like it was, gaining traction. It was really taking off. But then I think it was in 2007 or 8, the FBI, they raided the office of eGold, which was somewhere in Florida. They just raided the office and just shut them down. And then they disappeared. Then they were gone. Because again, it was centralized. That was the big weakness.
Wow, so you've been looking at alternative currencies for a long time.
Yes, I have been. I mean, that's why I bought gold and silver, starting out. And I still like gold and silver too. It's, they all have their place. I don't believe in putting all my eggs in one basket, so I'd like to be diversified. I mean, I'll hold some cash, Federal Reserve notes, It's, I think you need a little bit of everything. But then the other thing I look for, what can I hold that someone cannot take away from me? If some entity doesn't like what I have to say, they can go and freeze my bank account. Let's say, if I donated money to the Canadian truckers, if I was a Canadian, my bank account might get frozen. With Pirate Chain, they cannot do that. They wouldn't even know I donated. And the other thing, and this is one negative with precious metals, if I want to run to Mexico, if I can just see myself now walking across the border in Tijuana, carrying 10 pounds of silver. I don't think I'm going to make it to Tijuana with that. Whereas with my pirate, they don't even know I have it. So that's another big plus.
Nice. Well, we're happy to have someone that's been, fighting for alternatives to the fiat system for so long. We're happy to have you around, man. You really are a great part of our community.
Yeah, I want to see us go back to sound money, and I see the day on the horizon, that the day is coming where people will really need it and want to flock to it. It's right now people are lazy, and they can just pull out the Visa card and MasterCard and it works. But I think the day is going to come soon where they
they'll feel the consequences.
Yes.
Eventually, and that's when they'll come looking for us.
I think so. I think that day is not too far away.
I agree.
I have some more ideas why Pirate Chain is a strong project, and why it's good to be here and keep using that. Is, well, as I know, is that the Pirate Chain doesn't have any kind of company behind it, which means that there is nothing to be closed. You can't close a company if it doesn't exist. So that's just a really great benefit, in my opinion. And so you can't come after some certain entity in that sense. And and most of the team are also keeping very well private, so it's really hard to find the people and those who are running the nodes and so forth. So really well built in that sense. It's like unclosable system. And so as long as the miners are running the blockchain and everything works, then the system is just keeps on going. And I have heard also some people, saying that, oh, maybe the internet will go down, or maybe the electricity will go down, and blah, blah, blah. But hey, come on, they won't do this, because the banksters need electricity and internet. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, they all need electricity and internet, because their online businesses depend on it. So yeah.
The internet's what they use to spy and track us. If the internet's gone, then we might not even need Pirate Chain anyways, because that's how they're spying on us, is the internet. So
true.
Yeah, as long as the internet's around, we're here.
Yeah, it will be around. So I don't see anytime soon it's closing. So yeah, and another thing why I'm pirate in that sense is that Pirate Chain cannot be bought. You can buy companies, or you can buy influence. As Amy or someone already said, that we are here to say no to every kind of corruption in that sense, and we don't want any corruption here. So, and we are knowingly keeping this out. So buying influence is not a thing. So that's really important to keep up and to keep on going, to maintain the good quality of the whole project and the whole community. So yeah, that's great that you just cannot come with big money and, hey, I will buy Pirate Chain and now I'll just hoard everything and I will tell how everything will go now. Like Microsoft does sometimes with software, like embrace, extend, extinguish. So I don't see that happening with pirates, so that's just amazing.
Amazing. Thanks, Ardo. And I also, just to let you all know, or Ardo, I don't know if you want to share, or you or Heiko share the work that you all did with the pirate chain ethos, and how that all came about. Or I could read some of it if you want to.
Yeah, you can read it, then we can comment.
Oh, great. Hold on. Give me a second. But yeah, no, so I just want to thank both Arto and Heiko for working on what we're calling the pirate chain ethos. And that was something I think was shared around on the pirate chain Discord. Give me a few seconds here. And it's one of those things where, like, you know, we really came together as pirates to talk about what we really cared about in the project, and that included things like right to privacy, freedom and liberty, and the whole reason why we're here, because we believe in private anonymous transactions and as a private medium of exchange. And then when we were talking about all this, we talked about what we really liked about the ethos, like what we believe in freedom of choice, voluntary interactions, and then also, because we're pirates, also, and you know, the pirate chain thing, that we believe in having fun as well. And like Ardo said, there is no corporate company governance. It's a free and open source community-run volunteer project. And then actually, you know, I can repost on Twitter or something like that. So we came up with the document of the pirate chain ethos and our community values, and what I believe and what we believe in. And I think that's very beautiful. So thank you, Arto and Heiko, for all the work you did on that.
Yeah, gladly. And regarding the ethos, this was deliberately not made as a rule book per se, or some kind of like law or anything. We didn't want to make any laws. We wanted to create an ethos to show what we care about, as you already said, Amy. And that's for showing example, and to be an example, and to show how things can be done and run without, you know, anybody telling others like how to live or what to do. But there are some guidelines that can help us all navigate better in our lives and also as a community. So that was the point of the ethos.
Yeah, it's a summary of our values, basically.
Yeah.
To communicate what our values are.
Yeah. And by the way, one of the really important values here is the voluntarism, that you can also come with your value, bring your value to the community, create something for other people that others can value and make use of in their lives. And that's a really big thing. And what I really appreciate is that people who voluntarily create content for Pirate, these people are appreciated. And I have so much gotten like very, very good feedback and appreciation, which, you know, just making those flyers or making some designs or, you know, videos, whatever. And yeah, the thing is that I feel appreciated and bringing value, and I really want to contribute value, because this is a place where I see I can be of use. I can be of value in that sense. I can bring my skills and do something for people to make people's lives better. So, and here I don't have any, you know, bosses telling me, okay, do this or do that, but I can just think for myself, okay, what is needed, what is good, what would bring value, and then I will do that. So I just enjoy that freedom and the opportunity of creating value here. So, and that's all motivated out of love. So, yeah.
I think that that's a lot of what makes the community is it really is. It's a labor of love. Like the entire community does what they do for voluntarism. It's purely all by volunteer, and it's all because we have similar goals and we all love the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like attracts like. So this means this brings people, this law basically that is in the universe brings similar people together. So yeah.
That's amazing. It's really beautiful to say, like, a lot of us are pirates. It's all, you know, like they were like, not like dirty scoundrel pirates, right? But it's like all about love and voluntary interactions and working together as community. And just speaking of that, as you know, as a community, and we are all volunteers here, we're all part of the community. I'd like to bring anyone else up to the stage who wants to like share maybe 2 or 3 minutes about why you're a pirate, or and why you love Pirate Chain. Again, it's a completely community run you know, project. So you are as much a CEO or captain of it as anyone else here. So yeah, feel free to just like give your opinions as well, and we'll bring you up as a speaker. Thanks. Or we can keep talking as well.
Yeah, anybody else out there want to talk? We can give them a few minutes. We can chat away. So, see who else is here. We got a pretty good turnout for our first one, though. We definitely need to do these more often.
Amazing.
And here I can talk about this. We're really trying to push this holiday season, supporting our merchants and making purchases with Pirate Chain on Armada and Barter. And we're really trying to make a big push out of it this year. So first of all, everybody needs to make sure they got some Pirate Chain on hand to purchase some goods for this holiday season, some presents for their family members. I'm going to be getting some rum for my stepdad and then some new t-shirts for myself. But also, if anybody out there wants to make some graphics or banners, promoting Barter and Armada and Pirate Chain, we could use all the help we can get. We might just, try to really pound social media sharing these things and try to make kind of a marketing event out of it, supporting all of our great merchants over at Barter and Armada. So I'm really hoping people turn out for that. If anybody's good at making banners and flyers, we would love some help doing that. I'm working on a few more holiday themed ones and stuff, but I kind of suck at it. So if anyone can do it better, we'd love the help out there.
Hey, one quick comment about Barter and Armada. Let us never forget, the biggest vote that we have is the vote with our dollar. So we want to support people and share our funds and our resources with people that share the ideals with us. So that's really important. It's really critical that you guys have that infrastructure set up where you have shops that are available because, again, sending your money to Amazon or Walmart is one thing, but sending it to people that are actually ideologically aligned and have the similar values as you is a very important vote that you have. Never forget that.
So I'd like to
That
ask,
was awesome.
anybody is in the giving mood this season, voluntarism in action still accepts Pirate Chain for donations for their charity work. And there's also HurricaneOtisRecovery.com to help the people in Acapulco right now who were completely devastated by Hurricane Otis.
What was that first one, Luna?
The first one was voluntarism in action. You can find them here on Twitter, but you can also, I can't think of their website right offhand, but they are here on Twitter. They accept Pirate Chain for donations, and they do a lot of charity work, and they also donate a lot to homeschooling parents, which definitely, as a homeschooling parent myself too, could use the help.
Wow, that's awesome. It looks like the website is viaction.org. Is that the correct one?
Thank you so much. Yes, it is. The other thing that I wanted to throw out there too, going back to what Heiko was saying about the Creature of Jekyll Island, the Tuttle twins actually put out a fantastic book for kids that is basically a rewrite of the Creature of Jekyll Island to teach it to children. So throwing that out there too for any parents.
Yeah, the Tuttle Twins books are freaking awesome. I got a couple of them for my niece and nephew a while back. I need to just order all of them for them, honestly. So those things are great. And they actually enjoy them too. So
That's amazing. I'd never heard about those. That's awesome.
oh, the Tuttle Twins, yeah, they got there's 10 or 12 of them by now. Yeah, they're all, voluntarist leaning, but they have their they do kids versions of other books. Like they have a Atlas Shrugged one, and I can't even remember any of the others.
Oh, they have
I can't think of any other.
They have, I believe they have 3 books now that are board books for toddlers. They have an entire series that's for kids, I would say, and elementary to early middle school. And now they're starting to put out textbooks like history. I just recently for my children the entire young adult series where it's choose your own ending. It's a really great way to teach principles to your kids of this
they're
voluntarist.
They're called choose. They're even better than choose your own ending. They're choose your own consequence, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, to show you that actions have consequence. There's costs and benefits to everything. That's a really great. I haven't read any of those, but I thought that was really great when I heard them calling them choose your consequence. Yeah, they are really great for kids. They're these libertarian dudes up in Utah, and they make. Yeah, I didn't realize they were putting out textbooks. That's freaking awesome, man. They're doing some cool things.
Lesson plans and everything now. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Like I said, it's a great way to teach principles to your children.
If only we could get them to accept Pirate Chain now.
Actually, my oldest was accepting Pirate Chain for chores. So.
Oh, nice, man.
That's awesome.
So I got
wallet and stuff like that. So that wallet has been put in a safe place for her. So anytime she gets a little bit of additional chore money or anything else, that's put away for her. That's no one else's.
Wow, I love that. That's freaking awesome. That's yeah, that's the way to do it, guys. Maybe I should do that for one of my nephews.
Yeah, you got to
Get
teach
him
them
stack
young.
and pirate chain. That's awesome. But yeah, everybody, if you have kids out there, you should look into the Tuttle twins. There, if you don't brainwash them, someone else will. So you got to teach them what's right. And they really are some great like economic lessons and read them and stuff like that. Is there
That's
anyone else out there who wants to pipe in? Any good stories?
Yeah,
See,
or
that's the thing. All of
why
our
you're a
pirates.
pirate. This is like free for all. This is again a community run, community run cryptocurrency project, and
Yeah.
you're all part of the
Well,
community.
yeah. Well, a lot of times when you ask a pirate why they're a pirate, they'll say none your business.
Oh,
So.
that's true too.
Teeb's like, I do what I want.
Yeah. Who's asking? Oh, we got a request.
Hey, so
Nice.
while we're waiting, I just want to let everybody know in the pirate community that we are having an X here at 4 p.m. Eastern time for nonsensus. So if you look up nonsensus_IO on Twitter, our X space is going to be starting at 4 p.m. We're all going to be talking about decentralization and digital freedom, and we're going to recap the conversation that we had for the nonsensus event in Arizona that Amy and Daniel attended with us. So we invite everybody to join us. Again, it's nonsensus_IO. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be in there
Awesome.
too, guys. So if you're following me, you should be able to see me in there. So that's in a few hours. But it looks like we got someone else. Crypto Wave, how's it going, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. I was going to ask you guys a question. How far is y'all's expansion going to be potentially into other chains, maybe like Base, Moonbeam, Moonriver?
Um, I don't know. Well, as of right now, I don't know of any plan. Like, are you talking about doing like wrap tokens on some of those chains or something like that?
Yeah, I was talking to Teach, which y'all are probably familiar with, but yeah, we was kind of talking about that, like how one can actually cross network, man, between it all, because like maybe me and him see, Pirate Chain in a whole different aspect, where you can go from anywhere into it, and if you what I'm seeing through Coinbase and pretty much Base creating their own they're opening the doors to open finance, and that market over there is probably going to attract 1 billion people. And so I see a need for privacy coins, especially on that side. I mean, no doubt.
Well, I haven't done my research into Base yet, but is it going to be a permission chain? Like, or is it going to be a decentralized chain that anybody can build on and stuff? Because it is by Coinbase, which is a centralized entity. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a,
So if you if
oh,
you
go
look
ahead.
back at like Brian Armstrong's vision going towards like 2016, you can Google it. It's called the Master Plan by Coinbase. You'll see the article from 2016, and that it outlines a decentralized world. And so like what I'm noticing over there is they have created all these AMMs where anybody can provide liquidity. They can create contracts, and then they're pretty much bridging the entire planet right now to everything. And so, like some point down the road, as we scale down into layer two, there's going to be a need for privacy coins down in that layer two, especially on those chains. I mean, and well, as of right now, there's no privacy coins down there. I mean, it would be like potentially the first by doing a wrap token. But I mean, I'm all for that. I think it's good to have privacy tokens across everything.
Yeah, a wrap. We would obviously love for anybody who's wanting to work on a project to, build a bridge and a wrap token for whatever blockchain they want to. I don't think we have any plans for anybody in Pirate Chain is working on anything for Base right now. I'm really not familiar with Base yet. I've just read about it a little bit. But yeah, I would, we'd obviously love to provide private on and off ramps to other blockchains if people are willing to. Unfortunately, Pirate's a proof of work blockchain and can't really interact with other ones specifically. Maybe somebody could build a layer two, coin on top of another blockchain that has privacy built into it. But unfortunately, there's no way to put, or maybe fortunately, there's no way to put, pirate chain's privacy on another chain. Our privacy is just they aren't private and we are private by default. We can wrap a token and put it on there, and that'll provide a private on and off ramp when you bridge it, but there's no way to keep the privacy on trading that wrap token on that platform. There's no privacy there. It's just the same as any other token. But we would love to see on and off ramps and help people be working with these DeFi platforms. We'd love to provide a private on and off ramp for them. So,
Yeah,
and
I
other than
think
that,
that would.
go ahead.
Having that on and off ramp, that makes perfect sense. I mean, because you're not going to ultimately be able to hide those transactions and stuff over there on, a public ledger. But if you had the ability to cross over into and, go from wrap maybe through a swap or something and, from that point change over into your privacy token, or be able to scale that token into anything else, like that's the future that I see, which, in some aspects, if you look at Tornado Cash, what them guys were doing over there is, a similar thing, but they were, clouding transactions in a massive abundance. And I mean, Pirate could be so much more dependent upon those on ramps of ways of coming in. But as we watch Ethereum scale up, next run, these gas fees, they're already getting high. And so next run, I see tokens, that are on layer one ending up having to go down in layer two and launch because you can't trade them. And, from that point, to me, there's a need for a base wrap token pretty much for Pirate Chain. There's a need for it on Moon River. There's a need for it on Moonbeam. I mean, you could put it on Lunatary. I mean, you could scale all the way across this thing with wrap tokens and open the door up to full privacy. If one's trading over on one, can go over into privacy when they're done with their trading or they're sitting in a bear market. I mean, anything. I think I think there's limitations there that are endless. And so I'll talk to Teach about it. Maybe me and him will do a video and talk more on this stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. And yeah, well, I would love to see, Pirate have a wrapped token on every chain. So unfortunately, it's a lot of work, but if you know anybody who's willing to start building on that, we have people that can answer questions for them and help them down that, or maybe even contribute if they choose. But there are people working on there are some people working on stuff involving other chains, but I don't know all the details. I want to speak on it now. But I haven't heard anything about Base though. So I still need to do all my research on Base because I know Coinbase themselves they're never going to list Pirate Chain, and like they won't even list Monero, and for regulatory reasons, and which I guess it wouldn't be an issue if their chain isn't like a permission chain. I honestly don't know. I just know they're coming out with their own blockchain. I don't know the details of it at all. But if they're trying to do it in a regulated, centralized manner, then I don't know if they're going to want Pirate Chain there. But hopefully
I
that's not
think
the case.
I think with the SEC litigations that are against them, I think they have been forced to step out into DeFi fully. And so, I mean, if you look at the Moonwell project, you got Luke Youngblood over there, which he's launched the Well token for Moonwell Artemis, and then you got Moonwell Apollo, which is a DeFi lending application. It's fully decentralized, and so to me, I think Coinbase is scaling away from the centralized exchange aspect, and it may end up becoming an on ramp for liquidity, and then from that point, you're into the DeFi world. And so I think that's where they're trying to go because every token that they launch on the centralized exchange, the SEC could start up a lawsuit with that saying that they're offering securities. And so if they do it on an AMM, that it's a different world there because that's peer to peer versus from a centralized exchange to a peer. So it's not like them selling securities.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would obviously like to see Coinbase. I'm not a Coinbase hater. They bring a lot of their centralized exchange, but they do provide a lot of liquidity for us and an easy on ramp to crypto for people to learn and stuff. So that would be great if the majority of their trades and liquidity went toward the DeFi route as opposed to their centralized exchange. That could be pretty
Well,
exciting.
you have in these SEC filings for these Bitcoin ETFs and ETH ETFs, from BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK. These guys, I don't really think. I think they're going to start scaling liquidity in, on those ETF funds. But I mean, a lot of that money is going to flow down into layer two. I mean, which layer 2 will live off of layer 1 anyway. It's just the humans will be down in layer 2, and so your layer 1 part, there will probably be more for like banks and the institutional value. I guessing if you was classified as like a Class A share, where you only have so many people that actually can afford to buy versus transact on that. And so for me, I see layer 2 things representing, that's like your Class B share or your Class C share, where you're able to go in and as an individual and pretty much interact in that ecosystem. But the gas fees is reduced down so much where one can't afford to do things over there. Once ETH hits $10,000, I mean, good luck trying to move that thing. And so that's where I see a lot of things coming down into layer 2, and then from there it'll scale across through exit routes, or it may scale into other projects that are down there and just kind of sit to the next market cycle.
Yeah, it does seem like layer 2 is how they're all these smart contract platforms are choosing to scale, or maybe it's their only option. I don't know. So luckily over here at Pirate Chain, we don't have to worry about that. We're just dealing with crypto as money, and we do everything on layer 1. But we would love to still be interoperable with other chains, or at least provide on and off ramps. So if you're on into DeFi, you can at least do it privately. So
Yeah, and just to
we
let y'all
appreciate.
know, yeah, as a like open source privacy community run crypto project, anything that you want to see happen, it's like, we're all volunteers here. Or like maybe start those conversations or join the Pirate Chain Discord. And there's a channel where people can add projects, or just, or you can start a call on your own on the community chat channel too if there are things you want to discuss. So to let people know, if you're not already on the Discord, you can get on it from the website. Pirate.black/Discord, and that's probably a good place to have conversations or just throw ideas out there. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for that, Crypto Abe. But yeah, join us on Discord if you're not there already, and you can even start a new chat in the projects chat down there and get people talking about it and throw your ideas around there. But it looks like Secret One has something to say. How are you doing, brother?
Dude, I'm doing pretty good, my guy. I wanted to address the tokenization of privacy coins. I just real quick, I am interested in building a excuse me, sir. I'm building a Dero R swap in my Discord server. I've already built one for Dero XMR, and so I kind of have a rudimentary understanding of building a swap or building bridges of the sort. And the big problem that you run into with every swap, every bridge, every token, all of it, if it's not at the layer 1, is you have a problem of centralization. So some person, someone has to make the contract. Somebody has to make the token. And when you're using a layer 2 solution for that, you have to trust. No, it's Play-Doh. You have to trust that the people underneath it aren't going to rug pull you. That doesn't necessarily mean that the layer 2 solution will, but the Ethereum Foundation might. The Binance Smart Chain might. It belongs at the table, bud. It belongs at the table. Go ahead to the table. And so it's important when we're talking about bridging liquidity that we understand that there are unintended consequences of tokenization that have to be taken into consideration. The purpose of why I want to build a Dero R swap is mostly because I want to show it's actually really simple to build swaps or swap protocols, I guess you could say, that can be decentralized. So what most of you might not know is that the Dero XMR swap that I built is it's decentralized in that every individual person on planet Earth could run this service off of their wallets, and they could be their own Dero XMR swap. They could provide their own liquidity, they could be their own marketing, they could run their own fees, and they can do all that themselves. And that's kind of the direction that I centralized finance going. It's not necessarily these super contracts that exist on surveillance chains. And even though Dero espouses smart contracts, and I know this isn't a Dero conversation, this is an R conversation, and I intend to get back to that. what's interesting about tokenization is the level of complexity that occurs. And so there are unintended consequences of complexity that users have to try and scale when you start tokenizing a private asset. So to put this back, to where I'm going with this. So let's say I build this ARRR swap, and it operates in a Discord server. The only way that I'm really able to do it in an elegant way is to be my own provider of the liquidity. So I would have to have my own DERO, and I would have to have my own R. And with both of those, I would have to be able to let people know, okay, if you want R, I'll trade you DERO. If you want DERO, I'll trade you R. And I just have to build a program that handles those functions in a fairly permissionless way. And then making that open source so that you can do that, so you can swap between things. So usually, and just kind of dialing this back, usually when I hear people who are interested in having their liquidity go from point A to point B, usually like, hey, how do we get Pirate to operate on Ethereum? Usually what they're looking for is, who do I trust with depositing my R with, so that when I take the same value on another chain, that person won't screw me over. And that's probably the biggest reason why you haven't seen anyone in the pirate community go and make something like that, or make one that became very famous or notable, is because most pirates that I know don't trust anybody, unless they've known them for a very, 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 very long time. And even then, they still sleep with a sword next to them. So I would invite those who are listening to me kind of just ramble on to think about, instead of displacing the exchange on protocols we don't trust, under parameters that we don't agree with, for liquidity that looks enticing, maybe we ought to look at what tools we have in our own toolbox, and how can we build structures or programs, much like a ARRR swap. Or if you wanted to go and build like an R Bitcoin swap, if you wanted to go build an R Ethereum swap, you can. It just takes people who are interested in implementing that, and then letting them know that instead of having to trust some bridge from some anonymous developer, you can trust like Daniel, right? Because let's just pretend that Daniel runs a swap, and he wants to be able to help people swap between, I don't know, R and Daniel, what's another one? Another privacy token that you might use?
Monero, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. My idea here that I'm trying to kind of enlighten people to is that we really should look at how we're building applications that we as users are using with each other, and come to learn and trust and grow together. Because it's a lot easier for me to trust Daniel than it is some nameless VC group that went and launched a token on a layer 2 solution that's entirely owned by the WEF. Do you see what I'm saying with that? Like, I know it's great to try and create a return on investment and look for ways to leverage an ROI on capital that's just sitting there, but there are other ways of doing that that don't put your funds at risk. So that's the summation of that.
But yeah, you are absolutely right. A bridge pretty much requires trust all the time, and it's, personally I'm not big into DeFi anyway, so I'm not using much of a, bridge to get on there privately. But if I was, I certainly probably would take advantage of one if it was there. But I like you pointing out about building relationships with people and stuff too, because just because we're doing, our cryptocurrency privately and trustless doesn't mean you can't have a relationship with your neighbor and do business with them in an open way and stuff like that. So yeah, that is a great contribution to the space, and really interested. Maybe someday you could make a video or something showing how you are building these things.
I would love to. I actually, it's funny. I had to fix something in my code this morning, and I had a friend watching me work on my code. I am very interested in building the ARRR swap. I think it would be really fun. I really want to build something to commemorate the relationship that I built with Daniel and Amy at Nonsensus. If you guys don't know this, these two are some of the coolest people that I have ever met on planet Earth, because they had the courage and the intrepid spirit to go into an environment where they didn't know anybody. It's a privacy community. And they went and shared what they value with the community. And so I want to just take a second and fill your guys' bucket. thank you so much, guys, for what you do, and I really appreciate your contribution to the privacy space.
Hell yeah, man! I really appreciate that. You're too kind. We had a great time with you guys down there, and I really appreciate your kind words. You are
Awesome.
the man.
Thank you.
It looks. Did we have another request? I thought I saw another request from Alchemist.
I think someone
Maybe
else
he doesn't want.
And then, yeah, anyone else who wants to give like, a few sentences about why you're a pirate or why you love pirate, that'd be great. But yeah, I think I just accepted someone.
Yeah, I thought it was Alchemist, but I don't know. Are we having technical issues? Maybe he didn't mean to put his hand up or something.
But yeah, maybe let's give. Go for it.
I think one of the things that I think is really neat about the pirate ethos, and I was actually thinking a lot about this recently, is that it kind of transcends crypto. And that's actually really cool. And I really like that because I was a pirate before I discovered pirating, right? And I think that it's important for us as community members to kind of remember why or what it was that compelled us to be pirates to begin with. And for me, my reason is that in the age of information, we should have tools that make information either freely distributed to all, or that information should be absolutely private to only the parties relevant. And so, like with torrenting, oh man, that was like my first step into piracy. I know I probably shouldn't admit that, but that's kind of how the consensus model works in a way. Is it acts like a big torrent machine, and I think that's just so cool that crypto is able to take some of these earlier structures and then build on them. And now we as community members are having to like look at like, now we have information, we have friends, we have peers, we've got money. It's let's build this new world, right?
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. I was a pirate before I was a pirate. That's freaking great. I love that line. It really does. That's kind of how I feel. You summed up how I felt really too. You just show up when you show up and get to know the people, get to know the technology. You're like, oh, this is me. This is where these are my people. I really like that. That's going to be one of our slogans now. Pirate before I found. Is that what you said? Pirate before I was a pirate before I found pirate.
I think I might have said that, but at any rate, I actually have to jump onto another call. I really do appreciate you guys holding this space. Keep at it. Never stop being awesome, and I'll check you guys later, okay?
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for stopping in, dude. I'll talk to you later on today.
Awesome. Bye. Thanks, Secret.
Did we not just have another request, Amy? Am I going crazy?
So I think, some people I saw were having issues. Like, what we'll do is we accept someone, and I don't know if it's because they're on a desktop versus mobile. It's sort of like it connects and then it disappears again. But yeah, if you want to speak, like, raise your hand and we'll bring you up on stage.
Yeah. We've had a pretty good turnout today. I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do this regularly.
Yeah, so we're looking at maybe doing these spaces once a month. And then for next month, we're looking at the topic as support our merchants as part of the merchants campaign. Daniel, do you want to share a little bit about that? I know you talked a little bit about it already.
Yeah, I'm trying to approve Alchemist right now. Alchemist is trying to come in and I don't know, can you approve him? It's just not doing anything when I click on it.
Yeah, when I click on it, it connects and then I see it's connecting and then it disappears. So I don't know, maybe try on a mobile device.
Do you think maybe is there a maybe there's too many speakers. I think that was it.
Oh, really?
6,
no,
4,
well, we're having that. We're having that issue earlier as well.
Okay, several people just left. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Yeah, it's still not working. Add speakers.
Yeah, because I can see it's added and then it disappears again. Yeah, anyone else want to share?
What the heck?
Maybe
Yeah, Alchemist is trying. I don't know. Sorry we suck at this, guys.
But thank you so much for coming out. I think this is a great Twitter space, or great space just for the first time. And then, yeah, we're really looking at doing once a month, and maybe having a topic each month. And also, like, maybe these calls for the spaces are a little more, like, where people have to raise their hand. It's a little more recorded versus we do have Sunday community calls every week around 1 p.m. Eastern time on black/Discord. So again, if you haven't joined the Discord, we have regular calls and meetings there, as well as our monthly meetings on Discord as well. So that's really the best place to follow Pirate Chain information, is on the Discord. And also, we've seen this too on the Telegram. So if you ever need help with Pirate Chain wallets or issues, again, the best place to do that is on the support channel on the Pirate Chain Discord. So again, that's pirate.black/Discord to join. But the support channel as in Discord is better than trying to get help on the Pirate Chain Telegram, because we've seen a lot of scammers on Telegram. There's even people making fake Pirate Chain channels on Telegram. So on the main Pirate Chain Telegram channel, and again, only join that from the main website on pirate.black. There's a fake uh, Pirate Chain Telegram page. On our main Telegram page, we've had to post like no migration, no airdrop. So no, there's no migration going on. There's no Pirate Chain airdrop. Like, never give your keys to anyone. Never click on websites. Scammers will try to DM you on Telegram. So make sure your settings on Telegram are locked down so people can't just add you to random groups. But we have seen scammers on there. So again, back to the Pirate Discord is probably the best place for support, and that's where our weekly Sunday community calls happen, and that's where our monthly Pirate Chain update meetings happen as well.
Yeah, Discord is definitely the place. If you're needing help with something, go to Discord, not Telegram. And I sent an invite to Alchemist, but I don't know. It doesn't look like he's in here anymore. I don't know. Sorry about that, Alchemist. Hopefully, if you're back in here, we can get it working some point. So, yeah. Anyways, about support our merchants. We're holiday season's coming up, and if you're buying presents, there's no reason why you can't buy a badass pirate present for someone you love or for yourself. There's some really cool stuff up there. There's even some shoes and tons of clothing, more clothing than you could ever use, and lots of different services and stuff. There's something there for everybody. So stop putting all your pirate chain, you greedy pirates, and go buy something with it, and support our community. And let's really show the difference between pirate chain and other communities like Bitcoin, who want to have digital gold instead of peer-to-peer currency that can compete with the fiat establishment. Because that's what we're doing here at Pirate Chain. We're trying to build money, or we have built money, and now we're trying to get everybody to use it. So we're really going to show what makes us different this holiday season, and hopefully every holiday season in the future.
Yeah, and that would be great if for next month, on the basis that we could bring some of our pirate merchants to talk about their products and anything they're doing for the holidays, and yeah, and why they support pirate or why they accept pirate. So are accepted here. That would be great. And just to reiterate too, I mean, it's funny because like you go back in the history of all this, and we're learning some of this history coming out, like in even in the Bitcoin space, right? The original Bitcoin white paper is like a peer-to-peer crypto, like a peer-to-peer electronic cash, right? It was supposed to be a cryptocurrency that it's meaning to be used for peer-to-peer transactions. It was never meant to be a crypto hodling. Like the emphasis was made on hodl, or it's like, now it's supposed to be like a digital gold or something you hold or something to be traded, or it's something, it's almost like it's a security where you make money off of trading. And again, if you look back at the history, it was a peer-to-peer electronic cash, are meant to be used as a currency. And then, yeah, the more we can support our merchants through this holiday season to actually use it as a private peer-to-peer cryptocurrency, that would be great.
Yeah, that's how we fight back, is by actually using this stuff. Even if you only got $20, you can go over to Trade Ogre and buy $20 worth of pirate. There's plenty of things up for sale there you can get for like 20 or $30, t-shirts and hats and stuff like that. And that's how you can really support Pirate Chain for a little bit of money and a little bit of time, and you get a sweet product in return for it. We're really hoping everybody shows up for this. We're pretty excited.
Awesome. What do you think? Anybody else want to join and talk about, what you're looking forward to in pirate or while you're a pirate? We'll give people maybe another minute or so to raise your hand if anyone's interested.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work this time. I don't know, maybe that was a problem on the other guy's end. The next speaker will work.
Well, Arto here again.
How's it going?
Yeah, as we were speaking about merchants, and so two things came to mind. I am actually going to set up my English language website soon, and then I will put it also onto Armada and to be listed there. I have only right now an Estonian website, so I do these computer troubleshooting stuff and computer care and handling and stuff like that. So basically helping people out with computer related stuff and also audio and video related stuff. So I'm planning to become a merchant in that sense as well, officially, so to speak. And yeah, just letting you know beforehand, and soon you may expect my website on the Armada. And the second thing I was thinking about, well, regarding using R to get stuff, as many stores currently do not yet accept R directly. How about swapping those R into anonymous gift cards, like physical gift cards or digital gift cards? That has been on my mind for a long time. And basically, there are many gift cards, at least here in Estonia, that could be used in various stores. We have this partner card, like a partner card. It even sounds like partner card. So, so if anyone comes to visit Estonia and wants to get the food, some beauty stuff, or even let me think there's so many stores that accept this partner card, and it's like reloadable, and these are like physical cards. If anyone wants those to buy those with R and then go shopping anonymously, then contact me if you are in Estonia and want to get your hands on those. So you can just pay me R and I will get you a gift card. So I could be what's that and like a card merchant in that sense. So yeah, that's something.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. I've seen people do that pretty successfully with other coins. There might have been someone doing that before in Pirate, but I can't remember specifically. But yeah, that's a great idea. And it helps out a lot of people, makes it easier for them. If they need to buy something off Amazon or something, they can just give you their Pirate and get a gift card. So yeah, get that going and put it up on Armada.
I did a lot of that in the earlier days of Bitcoin. I used Bitcoin to buy gift cards at Amazon was one. It's kind of funny, even in my current work, most of the tools and my toolbox and everything I carry with me, I bought with Bitcoin indirectly. My iPad I bought with Bitcoin, and it was all through gift cards, Amazon, Best Buy. And yes, that would be great to have gift cards that I can purchase with Pirate Chain. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be great, because lots of people did. At least they used to. That used to be a really common thing to just trade instead of cashing out, just trade your Bitcoin for a gift card and buy whatever you need. So yeah, that'd be a great service to have up on Armada. We'd love to have it. Probably get some business too. So yeah, is there? Oh look, do we have a request? Can you accept them, Amy?
Yeah, I'm trying. I hit the button and it says connecting, and it's still spinning and saying connecting. So I don't know whoever that is. Can you speak now?
Says requested. Still showing her as them as requested. Yeah, every day it does absolutely nothing when I click on it, but I don't think both of us should do it at the same time. That's frustrating.
Amy,
it's got to be just a.
Was it that Amy, first you wanted also to accept my request and you couldn't do it, right?
Yeah,
I think
the same
so.
problem when you were requesting Arto.
Yeah.
So then I don't know how you solved it.
Okay, I solved it like this. I am on a desktop computer and I have a Brave browser here, and I've got an external microphone and also webcam. So I went to the browser microphone settings, and from there I set the correct mic, and then it started working.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes, we can hear you.
I just accepted.
There we go. I had to click the button that says join as speaker.
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
Welcome.
Figured it out. Thank you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
how's it going? Are you a pirate already?
Absolutely, 100%. I actually wrote one line of code for Pirate Chain.
Amazing.
Oh, hell yeah,
I'm
man.
very proud of myself.
Got a contributor here.
Thank you.
That's more than I have. What was your name? Alchemy?
Alchemy Fox.
Wow. Oh, Alchemy Fox. That's a pretty sweet name.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of a pseudonym, but I can't think of any good ones.
I know.
Yeah, how'd you become a pirate? How did you come to contribute code?
Well, as far as contributing code, I was just looking for something to contribute. I was looking to do something or other with it. I can't even remember what it was. But the problem that I was having was that, oh man, my memory is so terrible. Oh yeah, I couldn't compile something. I couldn't compile something without Debian 20 or whatever it is we're on now. I think it's 20. The new.
No, it's 12.
12. Okay, see, I'm thinking of the other one. But anyways, it couldn't compile without the new version, like the current version of C++, I think it was, and I fixed that. So I don't remember what it was I was originally trying to do, but it ended up being that. And yeah.
Well done, thanks.
Oh yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Well, that sounds important to me.
I thought so too. Yeah, it didn't occur to me at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Development really picked up after that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. When was this?
Last year, almost 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, nice. So you've been around a while. That's awesome to hear. How'd you hear about Pirate?
I honestly don't remember at all. I was trading crypto, and I was looking for one to get involved in because it was just fascinating. I was trading it. I was really excited about all the weird little interfaces that were popping up for like staking and making money and whatnot. And I was like, this is cool. This reminds me of the internet in the 90s. It was just exciting again. So I was looking around for one, and I found Pirate Chain, and I started hanging out in the Discord, making jokes and whatever. And
nice.
yeah. And I had a phone conversation at one point when I asked for a job, sort of, because I was like, I just need to make some money. And then I was a fish pirate, I think, when I finally talked to Lutz, and he interviewed me. And he,
oh, nice.
Yeah. And then he says,
yeah,
we got lots of jobs.
Man.
Get to some of these jobs done, and we'll give you money. It's like, all right, cool.
Sweet, dude. Hell yeah. Well, you've contributed more than I have, that's for sure. Do you still hang out in Discord often?
All the time.
You have the same name in there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they changed Discord.
I'm sure we've talked.
Now it's like there's no numbers. There used to be 4 numbers at the end, right?
Yeah.
I used to be Alchemy 1111, but now I'm just Alchemy, I think. I don't know.
Hell yeah, man. We're stoked to have you in there.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, we got a good community in there. So, what makes you what made Pirate stand out to you? Are you probably just into the privacy or the aesthetic?
All of it, like literally all of it. It was once I found it, and I was just searching around for one to get like really, really involved in and fully invested in. That one was hands down the best in every possible way. The privacy stands for like actual freedom. Just I could really get behind every, shall we say, political ideal that it encompasses. I'm 100% behind it, and I dig on pirate aesthetic.
It does have a sweet aesthetic too.
It really does.
Like, that's not why I'm here, obviously, but it is pretty freaking dope.
Yeah,
I look pretty good in a pirate shirt.
That's what I wear at the Renaissance Fair. I'm a pretty awesome pirate.
Oh, nice, dude. I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah.
We really do. You sound like the rest of us. You just found your community.
Exactly. I was really excited about it.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome, man.
I was gonna say, it's weird. I didn't know that anybody doesn't like the pirate aesthetic. I met one person.
I don't think. Yeah, some people just say it makes it sound like a meme point or it's not as serious.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm serious about it. We're fucking pirates. Seriously.
And pirates are not necessarily all that bad. The original pirates were proper patriots, and they couldn't go home because the war was lost. Like, they're not like crazy murdering rapist people necessarily. That's a hurtful stereotype,
Yeah. And what most people think of pirates now, no matter, I mean, there's been loads of different pirates, different time periods and different places, but
exactly.
Most people think of when they think of a pirate is, anti-authority, not going to be told what to do, living a life of freedom. And that's, what we're trying to convey.
That's what I think of, certainly when I think pirates. So, I don't think anybody thinks about Somalia anymore. Like, that's not the pirate thing. That's not, like, technically maybe, but no, that ain't it.
Yeah, well, we have an opportunity to, rephrase the word pirate and give it a new and better meaning in that sense that, for example, people associate the word anarchy with chaos, but it's far from chaos. It's if people understood what anarchy really means and what it is, then well, they would accept the whole concept, and they would realize that hey, they might be anarchists and themselves. And also the same thing with the pirates. So yeah, it does not need to necessarily mean anything bad in that sense. So yeah.
Yeah, anarchy, I think, technically means no rulers.
Yeah. And no slaves.
Yeah,
So,
not no order, not no peace, just no rulers, no slaves. Yeah. Exactly.
I sort of just want to bring it back to what you're all saying for anarchy is like no rulers, or like the traditional sense of the word anarchy, no rulers over me, versus monarchy, which means a ruler over me. But bringing it down to like how that term anarchist, like, and I'm like learning all this, like what is anarchy versus like voluntarism and all those words too, that like some of those terms like anarchy has been bastardized, saying like, oh, it means like rebellion, or it means like flame throwing, like people throwing Molotov cocktails, right? That's the image that's wanting to be conveyed by the powers that be, versus bringing it back to what Luna was saying. Like, to me, my interpretation of anarchy is really like no rulers over me, or that it goes back to like what we knew as 5-year-olds, as 5-year-old playground rules, right? It's like if I want to play with you or you want to play with me, we play together. If we don't want to play together, we don't play together. It's really as simple as that, not forcing people to work together, pay together, and all of that, which is funny because the kids understand this, and it's like where has all the misconception gone for all this? And now we've like people killing each other and stuff like that. But yeah, I really like getting back to the root word of anarchy, meaning no rulers over me.
Yeah, not no rules, just no rulers.
Yeah.
So the important distinction. It's not doesn't mean lawlessness. Don't be going crazy. Just like on the playground. If you punch me in the face, I'm telling. I'll tell somebody, and they'll help me. We gotta help each other.
Awesome. I love it. That's what we're here for, to help each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was another person I approved, but it seems like they left too.
Bummer.
But oh well.
I can tell you why I raised my hand to begin with, other than the
let's hear it, man.
Open invitation. You were asking the other guy, I think, what he's excited about. Yeah, I got one. NFTs. I don't know if anybody's really still excited about NFTs, but I was really looking forward to integrating that into the pirate chain, or having somebody do it.
Kind of like ordinals.
Ordinals. I've never heard that word, I don't think.
That's the Bitcoin NFTs.
Oh, fair enough.
Put on the Bitcoin NFT. I as far as NFTs on Pirate Chain, I think the only way you could do that on a proof of work chain is the way they did it with ordinals. And I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I was told by a couple people in Pirate that that wouldn't be possible on Pirate Chain, the way they did ordinals. So I don't know how
they do it.
With ordinals.
Yeah.
They basically they just have a spot in the transaction where they can put a text. They can fit in text. Something I haven't dug that deep into them. Is there anybody that can answer the question better than I could? Yeah,
I don't know if I can do it any better, but it has something to do with the UTXO model, and it's almost like because it's a Now, I am not the best person to explain it, but Alchemy, I could send you a video later that was done by Pleb Lab in Austin, Texas, explaining the UTXO model and ordinals. But it was it's almost like you're pretending, because it's like a public blockchain. It's not even like tagging something. It was almost like you're storing things on chain. You only have 4 megabytes, sort of clunky to do it, and then you were sort of pretending there is no like first in like last out model. But it was almost like in ordinals they pretended there was a model, like whatever. It was sort of like just marking them as a thing. I'm totally not explaining, but I will send you a video later on
I get it. Yeah, absolutely. I think. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that can definitely be done on Pirate Chain as well. It's just a matter of storing data on the blockchain, and
but is it something to do with the pirate's privacy?
That's a good point. Yeah, but there is like a messaging system built into the chain.
Yeah, there's there's a memo field.
Yeah, although I'm not sure if that memo field persists for any. I think it might be like a temporary situation that doesn't get permanently stored on the blockchain.
I'm pretty sure it does. It gets, but only you have access to it with either your seed phrase or your viewing key.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's the only downside to using Pirate as messaging service is you can't delete the messages afterwards.
Yeah,
You could like delete the wallet, not use the wallet anymore or something, destroy the seed phrase and move to a different wallet or something. And
there you
people
go.
could only see it if they had your viewing key. I think with just your viewing key, but either viewing key or private key. So if anybody ever got access to your keys, then they could also access those messages.
Totally. Yeah, well, that's something to think about. But hey,
Yeah,
and
go
the
ask
answer would
in
simply be
Discord.
Yeah, there was actually a change, like when ordinals first came out, and like people are like, oh, can we do ordinals on, what was it? Oh, can we do ordinals on Litecoin? Can we do ordinals on, what was it, Doge? They had ordinals on Monero as Mordinals or Doginals as Doginals, right? There was
nice.
a thread, yeah, and then but the thing is, like, especially for Pirate Chain, the privacy reasons, right? But there was a thread on the Pirate Chain Discord, I think in the community projects channel, where there was a brief conversation arguing back and forth like why this could or could not be done on Pirate. So there were some developers in Pirate who were against it, from what I remember. But it's sort of like you're throwing like JPEGs on chain. You only have four, so that's why you're saying even in Bitcoin ordinals, it's clunky, it's slow, and they're having a like existential issue in Bitcoin right now to say like, okay, so what happens? Do we scale on chain? They can't handle like all these like on-chain transactions. What do now, right? So then what's the purpose? Like, is Pirate Chain supposed to be a peer-to-peer crypto privacy cryptocurrency versus, hey, it's an NFT art form or platform, right? So but yeah, if you want to continue the discussion and think about some of the technical reasons, on the Pirate Chain Discord there was a thread on that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It becomes almost what's it called, environmental issue at that point. Whether or not the chain can handle it, like for Bitcoin, is not an issue. It became this other issue of like, oh, but how much electricity is that going to use? NFTs are bad for the environment, but with a smaller chain, it become an issue of computing power, and then it gets slow. But I can understand that would become a discussion for sure. It needs to be had.
Yeah. Yeah, it really made the blocks full on Bitcoin, and like I don't know if they're still expensive, but it was really slow and expensive there for a while when they first launched because they were just maxing out every block with NFTs and stuff. Some of them went for quite a bit of money.
Yeah, art is like that.
Yeah, and at the very least, you get a Satoshi with it, because you get a Satoshi with everyone.
Right.
It's a Satoshi, so I don't know. I guess it does have a little bit of value no matter what.
Exactly.
So,
Intrinsic value.
Go talk to some of the guys smarter than me over in Discord and see what they have to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I can still write the code and submit it. If nobody else wants to, then then it's up to the powers that be whether or not to use it or to bring it into the main code, and make it happen.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
Heck yeah. The
So
other
did
thing,
we have some?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, go ahead.
That was it. I thought I hadn't mentioned that, and that was all I had.
Oh, okay.
Ignore me.
Well, I am trying to approve. Is there anybody else who's already waiting to speak? Thought I approved someone else, but now we got someone requesting, but it's not working again.
Yeah, I think the advice from Ardo was to set your microphone correctly, and also you have to accept the speaker request as well.
Yeah, too.
My browser also asked me if I wanted to allow Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, to access my microphone. So that was another step.
Yeah, I think that might be what's going on. Is your browser, is that pronounced Pavel, I guess? Is your browser asking you for permissions? Yeah, I think it might be those permissions on his end.
As a general rule, I tell, when I'm using Windows at least, I don't let the operating system access my microphone. So I have to first allow that, then allow the browser to access it, and then click the button in the actual chat.
Yeah.
So security.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, I had the same issue too. But that's the way to do it. Don't give him permission over everything. I don't know, Amy. I can't get him in here.
Yeah, I think it's a permissions issue because it looks like it's connecting, but then I think it's something you have to accept on
Yeah,
their
I
end.
think he's got to accept on his end. I don't know. I guess we'll see if he gets it figured out. He should be able to join as soon as he clicked on that.
Maybe that person can try another web browser. Maybe that could help.
Yeah. Or if he's in the app, you can go and try the web browser.
I joined again just to see if it gave me any issues, but it looks like mine is working fine.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, I think it's some permissions on his side. So, but another minute or two. Anyone else have anything interesting going on? Looks like we lost about half the people. We're coming on 2 hours already. This has been a really good space.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. But yeah, I would love to do this again next month and, talk about our vendors or to talk about like, some of the merchants too who are accepting Pirate Chain.
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
ask.
that's a. Oh yeah, go.
Where do we find merchants? Where do I get some pirate
Armada.
swag? Armada.
It's armada.com. ARRRMADA. I linked it. I responded to the comment in the chat over there.
Awesome.
You too. So there's several different merchants that sell pirate swag. So yeah, my shirts are getting a little faded. I need to buy some new ones.
Yeah, Christmas time coming up. Everybody's getting pirate
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna leave then. So this was a good time.
All right. I think we're getting ready to close it up anyways. I don't want to leave Pavel hanging, but I don't know what to do to get him in here.
By the way, regarding the thing regarding today's Twitter space, I see it's getting recorded and it will stay here on X or Twitter. So I was thinking, should we want to have this recording on somewhere else, also upload it for for people to listen?
That would be great.
Yeah.
If you could do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, let's see if I can download it first, and I may
awesome.
edit some audio and let's see what can be done. So yeah.
And look, Pavel got in. Am I pronouncing that right, man? Pavel Averjanov.
Or is it
I'm sorry. Pavel, is that? Yeah, that sounds better. I'm such an uncultured American. So yeah, how's it going, brother?
Pavel Averia to me, but I have no idea where he's from, so.
Yeah, it's better guess than mine.
Yeah.
Are you there, brother?
He's muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, unmute your microphone. And the floor is yours.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Hello, I am from Russia. My name is Pavel. First of all, we need to use the VPN to join Twitter. So it's even hard to join to listen to you in internet from Russia.
That explains it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm so happy that you went through that.
Because of that, it's very hard to explain Twitter that I use microphone and I'm not in Australia, I'm in Russia, and Twitter very suspicious. He tried to ask me about is it real me or not, and so on. So I have to configure this my setup and prove that I'm who I am, right? So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for going through that to be here.
Yeah, it was very hard to, but at least yeah, I can hear you, I can speak. So how many time I have?
Yeah, as long as you want.
So why I'm pirate? First of all, I was very excited about Bitcoin in 2050 or 2060. So I was like very happy, but it was we are not very, how to say it, rich in Russia, so I don't buy a lot, but it was not small amount, and somehow I get some small profit in 2070. But later I understood that Bitcoin was some kind of broken because developers they lock the block size, so it's became very hard to scale it in the world. Like it. The point was Bitcoin should start real money, like destroy US dollar and other fiat currencies, but somehow American government, or I don't know, some rich people or bankers, they bought Bitcoin developers, and they started to destroy it, but not like destroy it at all, but they just broke the most important part, the scalability and the speed, right? So in 2040, 2050, it was pretty good system to use it as money, but later it start, like as you said, it's started as gold. It became gold. Like you can buy it, you can sell it, but it's very hard to buy a cup of coffee and so on and so on. And yeah, after that it became very dark times for all crypto. And yeah, I started to how to say it, discover all other cryptocurrencies, like I don't know, Ethereum and so on. And I found Zcash, but it was not as good as it could be, because almost all transactions are transparent, and only some of them use zk-SNARK, right? So I thought, why not use every time shielded transactions? And after that I found Pirate Chain, and after I found it, I started to buy it, and here I am. Now I'm a pirate.
Oh man, that's so awesome. The first pirate from Russia I've ever talked to. I'm super happy you're around, man.
Yeah, but in Russia, we probably for Russia, it's much, we have a lot of more reasons to use it, crypto, because, right now our country is cut it from SWIFT. And yeah, but somehow I don't know why, but maybe in the near future, Russians will use it more and more, because like in US, inflation is very low compared to Russia. In Russia, like 2%, 5% is no inflation at all. We have 20, 50, no, not 50, but from 20 to 40, I think, between of that. And at least for last 3 years. And the only way to save our money from inflation is to US dollar, first of all, but crypto is, I think, another option. And yeah, I think in the future, Russians will use it more and more, and especially not only Bitcoin, but other currencies, cryptocurrencies, like, I don't know, Pirate Chain, because of the best privacy. And in Russia, I think it's one of the good reason to use crypto, because of privacy. And if this chain exists, it's very good for the entire world, and for Russia in particular.
Yeah, you guys need it more than anybody.
Exactly.
Can you own gold? Yes.
We can buy it and sell it, but the spread between buy and sell and physical gold is very big, like, I don't know, 20 or 30%. If you if you buy and sell it in the banks. So wow. I don't think it's a good option for us.
Fair enough. Plus they can take your gold. Excessive. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Crypto is like gold that they can't take away.
I don't think gold and silver is good right now after we have crypto, because crypto is much better in almost all ways, because you can hide it very easily, you can fast sell and buy it, and you have very very small spread between prices between sell and buy, right? So
yeah, it should be zero.
Yeah, it is a great solution. That is great. Are you on Discord or Telegram or anything?
I have Telegram and have Discord, but I don't have so much time to sit and read it.
Oh, to get on. Right on. I'd love to see you around more. We don't.
Yeah, I will join you in Discord, I think, because why not?
Yeah, and on every Sunday. That's probably in the middle of the night for you, though.
Yeah.
Every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. I don't know what time that is UTC. But it's probably in the middle of the night for you. But we do a community call over there. But that sucks. It's the middle of the night for you.
Right, because
if you ever want to just drop in and chat. If you ever want to drop in and chat, I'm DeJohns on there, DAJOHNS. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you more. Let us know what's going on crypto over in Russia and stuff. So, but I do know it's hard for you to get to our internet and stuff.
Yeah, we
Is there
have
a
internet
Russian?
and we have like pretty fast it, but some part of it is blocked. For example, Twitter and Facebook, because I don't know, our government said they can't control it. Because
Yeah.
US government can control it and our government can't, so that's why they prohibit it.
Yeah, that ain't right. But I'm sorry about that on behalf of the United States of America. That's wrong. But
Yeah,
is
it's
there a
terrible. There's
Russian language channel in the Discord? I wonder.
Probably no. You
I
mean
thought there
in
was.
pirate channel or?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never saw it.
I don't know how many people are in there if there is. So
Yeah,
we would
I
love
might
some
as well
more
make
Russian
it.
pirates, though.
Yeah, your
You
community
guys,
is so small. It's like very big mystery for me because I don't know, the most private coin in the world, right? And I don't know why so small. It's a very big mystery because
That's probably why.
and it's
They
hard
like
for
to
us
stay
to
private.
compete against. Most of these other coins in the top 100 have foundations behind them and venture capital money,
yeah,
and it's
probably.
really hard to compete against their marketing when it's just a handful, when it's just us doing it for free and spending our own money to do what we can, you know. That's also what makes us special. We're not taking money from anybody, and they ain't gonna offer it either. So, because that's, you know,
That's how
that's
they
we're just
ruin
so
it.
Because of
disconnected from
it's
our
so
system.
small, it's very big potential to be like to make a big jump, big grow up.
Yeah, and we got all the fundamentals covered. We got great wallets
Yeah.
and ways to exchange it, atomic decks to do atomic swaps without an
potential
exchange.
is very high. That's why I like your team, your coin, and yeah, I think the future is very good. But maybe not like in near future, not like maybe closest weeks or in months, but in few maybe years, I think you have a very good future because fundamentally you're very strong. You have very good coin. It's very unique and very specific, and it's the best coin in your in this field, in the field of privacy. Technically, I think. And
I don't think the price is never going down.
Yeah, it is. We do think we have the best project here, and we're not going anywhere. So we're gonna keep working hard. So
yeah, the only hope
we're
I
gonna
think the only problem I think is if you became big enough to like be I don't
target.
know, big enough, the government can come to you and buy your.
That's exactly what they do. The Treasury Protection Act creates a gigantic fund, and I bet every single country has one just like it, with a bunch of money set aside just to do stuff like that to protect the value of their money.
Yeah.
It puts a target on our back, but we're willing to fight through it. They can do price manipulation or whatever they want. We're gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
We're not gonna give up.
Okay, guys, I like your spirit.
Hell yeah, man! We're so happy to have you around. Pop in the Discord and you know, send a chat or something, and we'll respond. You know, the next day when you wake up, have a response or something. I want to stay in contact with you though, man.
Okay.
And you be safe over there. God bless. We're all praying for everyone over there. You know.
Yeah, we like to be people to be happy.
Yeah.
You like being happy, right?
Yes. And yeah, it's a shame. But what can we do? That's why we're fighting, though, right, guys? Stop spending our money on war.
Exactly.
Well, he showed up today. That's the kind of fight we need. People to
go.
show up.
Yeah, I never stop doing that kind of fighting.
Yeah, man. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, brother. All right. Is there anyone? Looks like we're just over 2 hours now. Is there anybody else that had anything to say? So what do you think, Amy? We're gonna try to do this again in a month or something, or a couple weeks?
Yeah, that would be great, especially like with you know, support our merchants for the holidays, and we could get merchants to come on board. And for anyone who doesn't feel comfortable speaking on a recorded call such as this, we have the Sunday Community Weekly at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the Discord, which is at .black/Discord.
Yeah, we don't record those, so that's when Amy goes really nuts.
That's hilarious. But yeah, no, thank you everyone for joining today, and thank you for making it such a great space today as our first Pirate Chain space on like why I'm a pirate. This is amazing. Thank you, and thank you everyone who shared, and thank you everyone who joined as well. Thank you.
Thank you to you guys for putting it together.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
Thank you, and host, please send me the recording.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this, guys. So spread the word and show up again next time. And use your pirate chain. Buy something cool with your pirate chain. That's my challenge for you. Next call, you guys can tell me what you bought. Sound good?
Totally.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and close this out. Thank everybody for showing up. We love you to death, and thanks for fighting for privacy. Take care.